have got a little something hidden behind these doors.
Yeah, this is what I'm here for. Let's move on to the key subject.
I press the button, and lo and behold.
Fast over in it.
It's not bad, it's unbelievable.
Nick. Blast from the past, mate. Finally get to meet you, mate.
Yeah.
Good to meet you.
All right, Calvin. Time has flown.
I can't believe it.
I know.
I've popped down today, obviously, to see you and see your dad.
Yeah, he's inside. We'll go and knock for him in a bit. But it's quite strange for me to be back here as well. I live in Essex now, so I'm miles away. So driving around here, it's put a smile on my face.
Mate, it feels weird for me, even driving in. I remember the roads from when we done the original video all them years ago, and obviously we've got the car in the driveway today as well. How have you been?
I've been good, thank you.
Yeah?
Very, very good. Yeah, very busy. Not really in the car scene too much
I was going to say, because you was massively into the car scene and you've just gone a bit quiet.
I mean, last couple of years I've been concentrating on racing. I've filled up a little bit of my Insta with some of the stuff I've been doing racing, but like I was saying to you earlier, the difference in racing compared to doing car stuff on the road is like a completely different world.
There's expensive and then there's mega.
Yeah.
It's just a different league.
Yeah.
I can imagine. I can only imagine because I've never...
It was just such a different world, and I'm in between race cars at the moment. I'm trying to get hold of potentially a Holden. I'm just addicted to them. They're absolutely mental cars. So.
It's just funny how you and your dad, you love cars, but you love big power.
There's always something.
There's always something. So you've got the 8 Series there,
yes,
which again, it ain't a normal 8. Well, it's an 840i, which is,
it's just the Sheeshmobile.
But it's the Sheesh. Does that even you saying that? But it's got the big wheels. It's a lovely spec car. It's got like a splitter kit on it as well.
Yeah.
So that's your daily at the minute.
That's just the daily, yeah.
So back when we filmed the original video, your daily at that point was the RS6, yeah?
Yes.
So long time. So this is essentially the RS6 replacement as such.
But I mean, I don't really have the same desire for horsepower on the road.
Really?
Oh yeah, no, it's not.
So you want sensible? I
realised when I used to drive my dad's TT around, you just can't have that level of power on the street. It's just dangerous. You can't.
Because there was a TT as well, of course. Yeah. There's so many gaps that. We need
even
to
on
fill.
Medium boost, you just hear us screaming out the window when you're trying to drive that on the road. Any imperfection in the road, and you're off.
I can imagine.
And it's not like I'm some sort of safety geek, like I race cars, but it is just too much for the road. So where there's now people like we were discussing again that are on 1,500, 2,000, 2,500, and they're trying to let rip on the roads. Yeah. You've either got to be stupid or you've got to have really big balls,
it's crazy. I know.
But I'm quite happy with just staying in the race scene.
So you're in the race scene, the car scene in general though. Like you said, you've gone a bit quiet on the social media front. Yeah. What are you up to now then?
Not much. I've been trading Forex for the last couple of years and getting a community of people together who want to join with us in what we do. We've had a lot of success. We're very much into AI and getting AI to help us trade as well, profitably, consistently.
Really?
We've got an AI business, and I think the future is definitely AI. I know it's a lot of people off at the moment because everywhere you turn, it's like AI this, AI that, but we kind of pioneered it. We've had this in the mix for the last year and a half.
So you're mixing AI with trading?
Yes.
Forex and crypto?
Yes, Forex, crypto and gold. There's like 700 different parameters that you've got to bring into play to actually make it consistent and a winning formula. And it just took a long time to find out what those 700 things are. So we've actually programmed a bot to make sure that it analyses the markets 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Unbelievable.
And it can send signals, it can actually enter trades for you, all sorts of stuff.
That sounds quite almost too good to be true.
A lot of people think they've figured it out.
Do you think you've figured it out? Really?
Yeah.
I've never really done trading. I've done dabbled with it a little bit. I suppose there's always been that element of it's a big risk and we're going into the unknown. I suppose business is like that in general, but
if you don't know what you're doing, you might as well you'd actually have a better chance at the casino.
Really? Yeah.
If you don't know what you're doing. But we just absolutely blitzed our time on it, and I knew that I wanted to do Forex and get involved with Forex, but at the same time AI came along and I just said, why can't we blend them both together And we have.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
So, and it's going well.
We're rolling it out as we speak, yeah. We want the community to join us. And
So you say community to join you, so people can reach out to you?
Yeah,
contact,
yeah, absolutely.
We can. Everyone knows your Instagram. We can put your Instagram in the description below, can't we?
Yes, definitely.
Have you got a website?
Yeah. You can put that in the description if you want as well. Below that would be fantastic.
Yeah. If anyone wants to reach out, anyone wants to even just
anyone who just wants to talk about it, curiosity, like get involved. We're open 24 hours a day now. Yeah.
Sorted. So should we go get your dad on camera?
Yeah, man.
Let's go get him.
See what he's up to. Yeah.
Here he is, Arthur.
Hello.
He's got a NAFCO jumper on.
Everyone has this, surely. I mean, it's the thing to keep you warm in winter.
It's the thing nowadays. Good to meet you, mate.
And you, sir.
Wow.
Well,
Arthur in the flesh.
hello
As
there.
we live and breathe.
Indeed. God,
Come on
I'm
out.
surprised.
Come on. Good to see you, Arthur.
Show off your sketches.
Have I got a show?
How are you?
Very well.
Good to see you, Arthur.
Nice to see you.
Looking well, mate.
Despite being nearly 82.
Are you nearly 82? So your first video that you filmed would have been...
In my 70s.
Yeah. Wow.
In my 70s.
It's mad, isn't it?
I was a young lad then.
You was a young nipper at that point, weren't you?
Yeah, I was only in the 70s. Now, time has moved on.
Time has moved on. It has.
And I'm making the best of the 80s.
Yeah.
Well done.
Well, two things. I'm glad that you're still wearing Calvin's t-shirt.
Yeah.
Do you know what Calvin's brought with him?
A video recorder.
Apart from that.
Yeah.
That, my God,
We've got the Golf R, Arthur.
I recognise that car.
Do you recognise that car, yeah?
Yes.
This is where it weren't where it all started for you, mind.
No, I
Because
started with
the 135i, which was with Ricky, and I think you got that to like 600 brake horsepower.
I was always surprised I couldn't get a bit more out of that car because it had more
Isn't it funny?
When he started.
Where did it come from, Arthur? So you had the M135i, then that, for whatever reason didn't satisfy you, so you bought the Golf R. Where did it come from? What was you like as a child? Have you always been into cars, or?
Yeah, I guess I have actually, yes.
My earliest memory is being taken to school by this nutter.
Really?
In a 3-door RS Cosworth.
See, even that's so
Moonstone
nice.
blue.
Nice.
And all the teachers being jealous about the car as he pulls in. But he used to quite often get it sideways, round roundabouts.
Really? So you are rich, look like literally.
7 or 8 years old, and me screaming, going, "Dad, what are you doing?" Like, he's doing this,
Wow.
So it's been sort of instilled into us. Like my brother's the same.
Well, even for you, yeah. So you've grown up with that, and as a result of it, you've had some pretty nice cars over the years.
My brother's got 3 or 4 RS Cosworths as we speak.
Oh yeah, of course he has. You said before.
Yeah, we've kind of got it all ingrained into us.
It feels funny going round the roundabout at times facing the wrong way.
So where are you at now with the journey? So after you sold the Golf R, you went and bought the TT, or I think you had the TT RS at that point in time.
Yeah.
And where are you at now? What's like? What happened to TT RS? Have we still got that? Is that still on the scene?
Well, I don't want to go into the fact that I'm no longer quite the person that I was.
Ah, really?
Is it the health has caught up?
The health, I've had cataracts
Okay.
removed. I've got one eye which doesn't see quite so well as it should.
Is this a glass eye?
You seem well. You're carrying yourself well. How are you in general, though?
You're being very kind.
Are you good?
I'm fine.
Yeah?
Yes. I've had some fallings over, which is, haven't I?
Well, you've lost. I tell you what you're trying to get at. I think is you've just lost your confidence a bit. But I don't agree with that. I think you're still a nutter at heart.
Well, you definitely are. Yeah, he definitely is, isn't he?
You can handle yourself. Listen, if it was only a couple of years ago, you were hammering a 1900 horsepower GTR up the track. You can definitely. You've still got it, Dad. Don't worry.
Go up again, go up again.
And
Yes.
we also had the TT there as well, and there was this moment where all the planets aligned and they both put their feet down, and you actually kept up with his GTR. As far as I could see, there'll be some
Yeah,
that say
but
that he didn't, but when you both put your foot down at the same time, there was this moment where that's how fast it was.
He was a bit cheeky because
Oh, Rick, a bit cheeky.
He is.
Rick and I were supposed to set off together, but he set off before me.
He cheated, did he?
That was a bit naughty.
Yeah.
And but I was always that little bit behind because he'd gone off early.
Right, but it's interesting to know that that kept up.
It could really scare people inside, as a passenger.
So what was the end power number figure of that car?
It was about 1400, and I remember the
Was it
phone call
really?
that came through when they said that it's actually bending the axles now. It's running so much power. And we used to enjoy scaring passengers, and they used to scream a bit. But when they actually beg you to slow down and give you reasons why you've got to slow down because they've got kids and stuff like that, you're really terrified.
But even that, so that was, say, 4 years ago. So at that point in time, you would have been 77, 78 years old.
79 when he was driving the GTR, the Rick's GTR, yeah.
And you're driving cars of that power. It's just, and I think that's why the whole car scene love you, Arthur. Like, you are so loved in the car scene. And it is purely because you're not just a petrol head, you've got this need for speed, this need for big power. You don't just like it, you know, it's proven that you've done it. You've done it with the Golf R, you've done it with the M135i, you then went on to do it with the TTRS.
The only time I've actually been scared was when I took Rick's car. He let me drive. He was a passenger, and I lost control of it. Because
It snakes, yeah.
Yeah, Ricky looked a bit white-faced.
Yeah, I bet he did. I'm not surprised. So, driving, are you still driving now then?
Yeah, oh yeah.
You're still out on the road driving, yeah?
I am.
You wouldn't quite believe what he's got now.
What are you driving now, Arthur? That's the golden question.
I hardly dare mention this. I've got an R-bath.
You got an R-bath, really?
500.
What? But you know what? As much as you're talking that down, it's still cool that you've gone for an R-bath, not a Fiat 500. You know, I know it is essentially a Fiat 500. So you've gone for the high.
It's a lot has happened to it.
Have you tuned it?
Slightly.
Isn't it amazing? This is amazing.
Slightly. It develops close to 300 brake horsepower, which is very good because it weighs nothing.
I rang him one afternoon. I said, "You all right, Dad? You seem a bit distant." He said, "Oh no, I'm just looking at bigger turbos for the Fiat." I mean, did you end up putting a big turbo kit on it?
Yes.
I just love that. I love that about you. They're so good.
He'll start talking about the power to weight ratio and working it all out. You know.
It's so good. You're clearly really into it. You're passionate about power figures. Are you going to be right to drive the Golf R today then?
Are you beginning to worry?
I am. I'm a bad passenger, as we all know.
I promise we won't do over 100.
100 kilometres, yeah. But yeah, I think it'd be good to get you in the driver's seat, and
It would be nice
Yeah, you
to get back in the driving seat of this particular car
It
again.
was purely coincidence. I don't know if you remember. You took Rick out for a drive when it was all just a complete different car scene back then, and suddenly you got your aggressive face on you, and you entered a race purely naturally with some other bloke on the road. He was trying to taunt you on the road. Do you remember? And suddenly Rick's like, "I'm just a passenger at this point filming it," but you were racing him, weren't you?
it's just
Why
you
not?
all over,
Well,
yeah.
there's something with your Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Especially when you're the famous old man Arthur.
This guy had this American car with a V8 engine,
Yeah.
and he was saying, I heard him saying to his buddy, "No one can touch this. This is."
Oh God, yeah. You went up against him and absolutely annihilated him.
And you was in the TT at the time?
Yeah.
Wow.
But early days.
Early days of the TT.
Yeah.
When it was running like 900 or something.
It had a small turbo on it then.
Only 900.
It's great.
It's just bonkers, yeah.
Anyway, we raced and he was left behind.
He had such the hump, didn't he?
And he was really annoyed. And
Didn't he say, "Let's have a rematch"?
he did.
And you beat him again?
Yes. I beat him a second time. And he disappeared. He just, and I was talking to some people there that said, "Oh, great car, etc., etc. And I felt this hand come past me and stuff money.
Oh, that's right, some money.
Because
He was doing old school rules.
I hadn't realised that this was a race for,
Yeah.
and the reward was some cash.
Yeah.
I can't remember how much
You
it
gave it
was.
100 quid or something.
Yeah, but it's interesting.
I always remember me and you testing the TT when it had been given back to us by the legend who is Andy at Storm Development. And do you remember we took it for a drive and we got involved with that group of bikers who were riding R1s and everything? And I just thought, once in a lifetime opportunity, I'm going to let them realise that this isn't a normal TT, and I absolutely hammered it. Won't say how fast I was going past Brands Hatch turning, but we were going
some, yeah.
And they couldn't keep up at first, and then when we went back up the other hill on the other side, we left them, and they pulled us over. Do you remember? And they were like, "What the hell have you got under the bonnet of this thing?" We pulled over to the side of the road, talking to these bikers. Then one of them recognised you, and where we were at the side of the road, other people were recognising the legend and pulling over. And at one point, we had about 20 people standing with us, all queuing up.
Nice, but that's nice, isn't it?
It's like a really lovely memory that I had.
That is nice. And even we were just having this chat off camera, sorry Nick, and saying how you said recently you had someone recognise you in Tesco's or whatever. People must see you, even you Nick as well, you know?
People on the traffic lights going, "Oh, Arthur," he's just oblivious to it. It's like laser beaming forward. You don't even notice.
You're the star of the car scene, mate.
Yeah.
I have past tense, but yes, it's happened.
Oh no, we've still got far more left in you yet. Pops, don't worry about that.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Definitely. All right, so let's jump in the Golf R and go for a little drive in it, yeah?
Am I driving?
You're driving. Yeah, brilliant.
Right.
This is it. I've got the keys here. Sorry, Arthur.
Okay.
Big bundle of keys.
Bundle of keys.
This one here. That's it. We've got a full tank of meth as well. Sounds good, doesn't it?
It does. It's got a lovely meaty sound. I love this car. After a while, with all the troubles that the TT caused me, it was a very expensive car to run.
The TT was.
Very expensive, yeah. And that's okay. Look, where's the brake?
Oh, sorry. There you go.
Yes, the TT was an expensive car.
So that's now gone out of your life, the TT.
Unfortunately, yes. After it was auctioned, it just disappeared. Everyone seems to think that it may have left the country because there was no record of it. You know, you can, on the internet, you can find out if a car is insured, is road taxed, etc.
So yeah, you checked it out.
Checked it out, and they all come back as zero.
Oh right.
They can't find it.
Oh right.
So it makes you wonder.
If it's even in the country.
I keep asking around. If there's still people are still holding meets, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. God. Yeah. Out on the main road now. So what we'll do is we flick it down. It goes up to sports mode then.
Yeah.
So you're in the sporty mode now. I'm sure you'll be.
Are you sure you want me to?
Listen, not too much. Have a little. It is a mega quick car. I know you've driven some fast cars, Arthur, but and in comparison, this is probably not quite anything like some of the things you've driven. But it is a fast car.
It is, isn't it? It's got a lovely feel about it.
It's a nice thing to drive, isn't it?
Oh, it is. It is.
So when it comes from you, I think you guys put the Miltech exhaust on it. It's now got an Overkill custom exhaust.
Right.
Sounds, I would say, the same or very similar. But other than that, we haven't really changed much. We've changed the wheels to Pretoria wheels, but the car is exactly how it was when you owned it. It's been such a good car, honestly. I haven't owned it the whole time. It's been in and out of my hands a good few times. But when I got it back, I thought I just want to meet up with you. I really want to meet up. And I get asked all the time, how's Arthur? Have you heard from Arthur? And obviously, since the video, I think we've crossed paths a couple of times, but I've not spoke to you. So I think it'd just be nice for everyone to see how you're getting on, know that you're all right, and see that you're still in the car scene as well.
Yes.
Still enjoying cars, aren't you?
Very much so.
Good. Good.
I was very reluctant to sell this.
Really?
Yeah. I felt that I was getting rid of an old friend.
Oh, really?
Yes. And it was always so nice to drive.
It is a really good car. It's been well tuned now. We've actually had the power reduced slightly just to make it more reliable. So it's still running MEF. It's still got the big Turbo Technics turbo, and with Will at VRS, he's done a load of tuning and stuff to it and got it to how it is today. It's just running perfect.
It's nice when everything goes in the right direction.
Yeah, it's reliable, and we've done a day at Santa Pod recently, and we've done 11 runs in one day, and every run was consistent, really good, really reliable. We drove it there, done 11 runs, and drove it home. It was brilliant. What are you doing with yourself nowadays then? What do you do with your days? What are you up to?
Not a lot, actually.
Really?
I'm taking life easy.
That's good. You're taking life easy, you say, yeah?
Yes. I build, it bore you to tears, but I actually put together little electronic parts.
Oh, right.
And for example, I built a mechanism that went round the neck of a friend of ours.
Okay.
Because she was always falling over, and she presses this little button that I built, and it sends a message to whoever she wants to send a message to come and pick her up
Right.
off the floor.
Oh, right. So you've built that that's so good. That's like life-changing for her. Reassuring for her family as well.
Yes.
That's brilliant.
I think he was trying to creep up on
Was
us.
he trying? Was he trying to have a go? Was he?
Yeah, I think so.
He's far behind now. It's great that you still love, you've got that love for speed. Honestly, the respect that, even that video, for me, that was my biggest video that I've ever uploaded. So the video that I uploaded of me and you, me buying this car that day, that's the biggest video that I've ever uploaded on my channel. For me, it was such a magical and monumental moment on my journey. So I'm forever grateful to you, Arthur, for that. Thank you so much. I know, to you,
it's nice to hear that other people got enjoyment out of it.
definitely. You've entertained the whole of the car scene in the UK and probably worldwide, and people just got this. Is that car moving? People have definitely got a real bond with you, Arthur.
That's nice to hear.
And you'll see it in the comments on this video that it would be so happy to see you back on the channel again. So you're good. Health-wise, you're all good. It's good to catch up with you. You're doing well. You're healthy. You're still doing your thing with cars. You've still got a bit of an urge to maybe do something with the art bath. And
That's right.
life's good, yeah?
Life is okay at the moment. I'm about to go on holiday.
Oh, nice.
We can't go back to India, which we wanted to do.
Okay.
But we've got Doggy. We didn't want to leave Doggy behind, so we were going to just simply go to Yorkshire.
Oh, nice. That's all right, though.
I've had one or two worries. I've lost 2 wives.
Have you really? Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Oh no, I didn't know that. I'm sorry to hear that. You lost 2 wives.
Along the way.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's. How recent was the most recent loss?
About 10 years ago.
Okay.
She was Greek.
Oh wow. Nice. I'm actually going to Greece next week, funny
How
enough.
are you?
Yeah.
It's very hot there.
Very hot there at the minute. So, but anyway, forget about me. So yeah, that's. Can I ask you? So the car thing, would that have helped you? So you would have been going through a tough time 10 years ago. That your hobby or your love for cars, did that help you get through that time?
It certainly did.
Gives you something to focus on.
Yes. Yes, it certainly did.
Because it's nice that ultimately we're together as we know each other through cars.
Yeah.
And cars are a real big part of all of our lives. And it's bringing everything
It
together.
certainly brings things together.
Brings people together. Thank you so much, Arthur.
Well, thank you so much for letting me have a drive of of this beautiful car.
Thank you. I really appreciate your time. Thanks for sort of taking time out today to get back on camera.
Is that how it?
That's it, and then you just flick that into park all the way forward, and that is it.
It's obviously ages since I've.
It's been a while. It has been a while. Thank you very much, Arthur. I'll shake your hand. Thank you. My pleasure, honestly.
Well, it's been a pleasure for me, I can assure you.
Thank you.